Next question. Chapter 16, number 8. What is the greenhouse effect? So let's see. The greenhouse effect is, well, it's a two-step process. Okay, so our atmosphere, it lets sunlight pass right through the atmosphere, so the visible light passes right through. And once the visible light reaches the Earth's surface heats up, and the hot surface releases infrared radiation, which I'll just call IR, infrared, or basically just heat. And that heat is trapped by greenhouse gases, and those greenhouse gases trap it. So then this one is B. So it's a lot to write, but greenhouse gases is solar energy can pass right through the atmosphere, but the gases out in our atmosphere absorb heat from the Earth's surface. Okay, next question. Chapter 16, number 9. Variations in temperature are less extreme in the southern hemisphere than in the northern hemisphere, and why is that? So let's see the answer. And the reason why is that there's more water in the southern hemisphere. So this is the Earth. So the northern hemisphere, well, it's kind of hard to do that, but this is the northern hemisphere. It looks probably something like this. And in the southern hemisphere, you just basically have Antarctica and a piece of Africa and like a little bit of South America, Australia also, but mostly you have mostly water here. So water is gonna keep the temperature stable. So the answer is C. The reason why the southern hemisphere experiences less temperature variation is because there's more water. There's more water in the southern hemisphere. Okay, next question. Chapter 16, number 10. How does sun create weather? So both of these pictures are a hint as to how that occurs. So the way that the sun creates weather, the sun creates weather by unequal heating. What that means is that at the equator you get direct sunlight, so it's going to be hot at the equator, and at the poles you get glancing sunlight, so there it's going to be cold. And fluids, whether it's water or air, always going to travel from the hot region towards the cold region. Well, in the atmosphere, that's going to correspond to moving air circulation or weather. Chapter 16, number 11. How have carbon dioxide concentrations increased in the past 200 years, and what has caused this change? So let's see. So you have some hints here. So CO2 concentrations have risen, and the reason why is because of burning fossil fuels. Next question, chapter 16, number 12. How does water vapor affect weather? So we have two examples here. So what water vapor does is it fuels the storms. So water vapor releases energy, or releases heat to fuel storms. Okay. Alright, chapter 16, number 13, so continuing with the atmospheric layers. In what layer of the atmosphere does weather occur? And you can see the hint there. So weather occurs in the troposphere. So weather occurs in the troposphere or the lowest layer. Next question, chapter 16, number 14. In which direction does heat always flow? So I mentioned that a little while ago, so here's a review. So whether you're a fluid or a hot piece of metal, heat is always going to move, or from your sun, or the sun, energy from the sun. Heat is always going to move in one direction, and that direction is going to be so heat always moves from hot regions to cold regions, and that's what drives ocean currents and air currents in magma circulation. Okay. Chapter 16, number 15. So how does the sun transmit heat to the earth? So the sun transmits heat by radiation. So radiation is how the sun sends heat through outer space. So through the vacuum of outer space. Okay, this completes the review for chapter 16.